When did you start to create content as a coach?
Probably a year ago. That was because I knew that you need to create short videos, but nobody wanted to do it. So all of my staff, we don't want to do it. So I had to do it myself.
For you, Amar, you are a freestyler. People saying, oh, this is not football.
Okay, if I don't know how to play football, you are saying that you are a good football player, let's battle.
You live a little bit with content now. You got some brand deals.
Believe it or not, I have not done one post or one deal with brand.
Welcome to Podball, the highest podcast in the world. We are here to inspire the youth, and today with me I have two special guests. I have Amar Freeze,
Hello.
freestyle champion in the UAE and all the region, and I have Coach Mehran.
Hey.
He was like an inspiring coach here in the Middle East, and I saw so many content of you. I want you guys to introduce yourself. That's the best way the audience can know you.
After you.
Who's gonna be the first?
Or we'll be here all night. Yeah?
Okay, we do rock paper scissors if you want.
Okay, I'll go ahead, yeah. So I'm Mehran. I'm a football coach, youth mentor, and I'm here to enjoy the conversation.
Nice, nice, short and straight to the point.
Yes. Hello, this is Ammar Freeze. I'm 3 times UAE champion, 1 time Middle East champion, and I'm 2 Guinness World Record holder, and many stuff. For now, this is I think enough.
Yeah, okay. So why I wanted you guys to come on the podcast, you know, I know you in a different way. Personally, I know you, Amar, because you are a freestyler. I met you like in 2009, I think, in Dubai. You were competing. And I know you from Mehran from social media. I seen your content, and I think you are a really good content strategy. And I was super surprised because you are a coach, and usually football coach, they are not into like social media and they are against that, and you're taking a different approach. So I thought about talking different subject and different approach in our world was interesting. How you, Amar, going to the new step of your career as a freestyler, what you want to develop, and how you want to use social media to develop your career as a freestyler, and how Mehran, how you use social media in the football. I saw you inspired the kids of your academy and how they are attached to you in the content. I love that. So that's why I got you on the podcast. I really think this podcast is valuable for our audience. So first question, like, what is your daily way on social media? Like, how many content do you create? Why you create content? And what's your goal with social media?
We create content every day, every single day, whether I'm sick, I'm traveling, I have important events, I have guests, I have family issues. We have to create content. I also have a team now because, you know, it's impossible for one person to continuously make content. So we usually make between 4 to 5 videos a day, and that's short for social media.
Wow, okay. So you use your team to help you to create content, and how that start for you? Like, when did you start actually to create content like that as a coach?
Probably a year ago, October 2021. And that was because I knew that you need to create short videos, but nobody wanted to do it. So all of my staff, we don't want to do it. And I don't want to hire somebody to come and talk because they are not coaches. So I had to do it myself.
So first of all, the way you wanted to create content was not necessary to put you in front. It was like just to highlight your academy, right?
Not even my academy, you know, because, you know, I'm a coach. At the end of the day, if you ask me, even though I own the football club, I'm a football coach. So you want to educate young players. So imagine if I'm a coach of one team, I have 14 players. Or imagine if I have a club, we can have 200, 300, 400 players. But through social media, you can reach, like yourself, millions of people. So the intention was to educate more people, but obviously to promote the club as well. But everything changed because we went on a path that is just talk football non-stop without thinking about ourselves. So you have never seen us talk about come to us, or this is how we do it, you know, at Alliance. No, it's not about us, it's not about me, it's not about the club, it's about football. And this is why when I go to tournaments, other teams, the players come and talk to me and they want to take pictures because they don't feel that I am promoting alliance. I'm on the side of every young footballer.
Wow. How was for you, Hamar, to so you start as a freestyler, you won the competitions here in the region, then you become the one to go to for every single show in the region, like most talented guy doing amazing tricks. Then recently I saw you creating more content outside of your comfort zone.
Of course.
How was for you the switch and why you start to create content?
Well, at the beginning, I was just like focusing on freestyle, how to improve my level, how to to win competitions, and I wasn't thinking at that time to be a content creator because in my opinion this is like quite hard to get both of them, you know. I need to focus on one target to reach. So at that time I was just focusing how to improve myself to win the competitions, then like to move forward. So start practicing as a freestyler, then I reach a level that where I won the couple of competitions, some achievements. Then I say, okay, it's now time to change. And I was saying like to be only a freestyler is not enough, you know. And I want to reach to more people, to inspire more people, to motivate them, you know. So I decided to be a content creator. So I started first, I think, with a couple of apps, you know. Then in 2019, I think it's the time where I decide to move from to be a freestyler to be like a content creator as well in sport, because it's so important to have both of them. Freestyle is for myself. To create content is so important for the new generation to see you and to be motivated by you and try to take you as a, let's say, leader, to copy you, to try to practice, to do this sport, you know, because sometimes one guy can see you and because of you he can start, you know. So that's why like I did that. And content, why I didn't start at the beginning, because it's quite far from freestyle, you know. If you start content, it's quite hard to improve fast in freestyle because it's completely different, in my opinion.
Okay, so you guys both said like you want to create content to reach more people. That was exactly what I analyzed a couple of years ago. Like I was doing street show, playing in front in Paris, Champs-Élysées, performing in front of 100 people. And when I was like lacking of inspiration, like how to develop my business, I thought, okay, if I do the same show but I just put it on the internet, like millions of people can see it. And the chance I got is like the first street show I broadcast on internet was in London. I did it Séan versus London. So like it was a title a bit like why to touch some people, and this video get 30 million views. So I just like did what I enjoy, but instead of just keeping for myself, just I use internet as a technology to reach more people. That's exactly what you said. And now, how is the difference now? People see you in a different way, as you said. People come to you to take picture as a coach. So how that now new stature help you? And also, what is the new challenges being a content creator?
Well, the main challenge is you don't have privacy anymore.
Okay.
So which by the way, you don't appreciate it until you lose it. You know, like you don't realize what privacy is. You know, which is part of the package. There is no complaining there. But that's the biggest challenge because like I like to do so many things which I cannot do right now. You know, even like watching a World Cup game, if you are not in the VIP box, is now difficult because people are kind, they want to come to you, and if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, it's fine. But if it's 200 people, you're not going to enjoy the moment. So that's the main challenge. But at the same time, it has helped me grow as a person because, like, okay, you create one video, it's nice. You create another one, it works. But to do it every single day, you have to first learn more stuff. And I'm not talking like sound, lights, the things that you want to share, because especially my content is verbal, it's me talking. And you know, like the audience, if you talk nonsense, they get it like that. So I have to make sure that I step up every single day.
And what makes you step up actually? Like how? So I see your content. People like the camera move to you.
Yeah.
I really love the style you get. The camera move to you, then you do one catchy phrase. Sometimes it's really casual, sometimes it's really catchy. How did you grow up with your strategy and how you improve your content creation every day?
Rule number one was to be myself. So I don't want to copy anybody because like anybody who wants to copy you would be the worst version of you, right? Like they can try their best, but it will be the worst copy of you. So I don't want to copy anybody, and we just wanted to create content and learn from it. So once we realized, hey, this way of taking videos works, we said, you know what? So now we know this. How can we perfect this now? So, but also we made sure from day one that we use microphone. We respected the audience. It's not like, hey, I just want to post a video today. No, like you're important. I respect you. The sound is nice. The light is nice. And I'm not going to give you nonsense. What I'm saying is important for you. So learning every day.
So when you start to create content, you already has a perspective of creating. Like, so you bring a light or a mic, So it was like not, because sometimes, even for me, when I start to create content was just like, I want to record something and post it, I didn't think about creating the content, but you already analyze, oh, that can be a need to create something cool. So you came as an approach of content creator. How was you for you, Amar, when you start to create? Like you did it more naturally, or you wanted to have like a strategy? How was your approach to create content?
Well, to be honest, like to be a content creator, it's not easy. So the biggest challenge for me is like in freestyle, I was focusing to be a creative freestyler, to be different than the others. And in content, also you have to be the same, to be different, To be special, you have to be different. So the hardest part for me in the content is how to do new content, how to be always creative. So at the beginning, like I say, I have to watch people to see what they are doing, to have a full view of what's going on, then to decide which side, which angle I have to choose. So it wasn't easy for me to start, but sometimes I watch some ideas and try from this idea to build another idea, not to copy it, but to build something out of it. Because as I told you, it's not easy to come every day with a new idea, with the new special things. So you have some time to learn from people and try to take it to the next level where you put yourself into it, not someone else.
And there is, in freestyle, there is one common thing back then. It was to be original. So for example, if you do a trick and I do the same as you, if it's your trademark, it's not good, But now in social media, I feel it's the inverse. When someone put a trend and everybody in this trend is working, you have to kind of follow it. One time, you remember there was this trend when we put the bottom down and people has to kick the bottle. It was something like everybody do it. We did it many times. I did it many times. You too, some other creator. I think, there is like a line where you don't have to cross. So what's your opinion of like how much you can copy some trend and how much you have to be your own version of yourself?
Well, the trends you don't copy. The trends you just follow. You follow the trends. The trends are clear, yeah?
Still, for example, I create a content and I put the Red Bull can, which you like it, on the floor and people like kick it, It's my way to create content.
Yeah.
Then you see it and you say, oh, that's a nice one. It did like 50 million views. I will do it myself. This is where the copy is. Then after it become a trend because maybe 10 people did it, but someone will copy first. What do you think?
Well, personally, I don't mind. I mean, if you just search my name, there are a lot of people doing that, which is fine. But it's when people try to be you. Like they don't try to copy what you do. They try to copy you yourself, That's where the problem is. But it's 2023. It's the age of digital technology. Things happen, and I don't think we should just think about them. Just always think forward. What's next? Like, what are we gonna do tomorrow? That's more important.
Yeah, for sure. And you, Amar, what do you think as an original guy for freestyle?
Yeah, sometimes you have to do like as he mentioned the trend. You have to do it because you cannot be different. You'll do the same thing, but at the same time, you have to build your own content. So you have this one, the normal one, which is the trend that everyone's doing, but you have also on the other side to build yourself, like to build your own content. You have to be different at the end of the day. So you can have both, but you cannot just following the trend without being yourself.
Okay, so we are in the time of the World Cup. I don't know when this episode will go out, but what's your prediction? So like that, we can see who is right now.
Well, I mean, nobody can say for sure, but I feel Messi will break your heart.
Oh la la. If we go in the final.
Yeah, but you know what's the beauty of this World Cup is we have 4 teams now. So you have Argentina, France, Croatia, and
Morocco?
Morocco. Any of them winning, fully deserved. You know, like for me, any of them winning, I'd be happy. You know, the style of France, wow. I mean, you don't have a lot of Benzema, Kante, all those players are not there, but still the way France plays. Morocco is like a dream story, yeah? Like imagine if Morocco wins. The entire world, not entire world, like majority of the world would be happy, you know? And it has nothing to do with Arabs and Muslims. It's teams that are underdogs, you know, teams that are not strong enough, but they can learn from Morocco. You plan, you prepare, you never know. And then you have Messi, of course. You know, everybody wants Messi to win the World Cup. So and Croatia, of course, last time they were in the final as well. So any of these four winning, I think is great.
What's your prediction?
I think Messi will lift it up.
Oh la la! And
Argentina,
if he
yeah.
lifts the trophy, will be the
Officially,
GOAT?
it's the stamp.
Yeah,
it's
the
the
stamp.
Yeah,
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, personally, I'm with Morocco. المغرب.
Yes, for sure. I
Morocco.
know, bro. Don't worry.
100%.
You know.
I'm with them, and I would like to see them winning this one because they're gonna make all the Arab region happy. You know,
It will be history.
Yeah, and yes, they're gonna just write their name in the history.
Yeah, for sure. Having Morocco to win, I will be super happy for
Yeah.
them. For me, this is I wish France win the World Cup because I think it's putting French in a different level, back to back, and officially being in with the biggest. I think Brazil, you know, Germany, and that's it. That's what France need as a national team. We were already always good, but it needs something like consistency, and that's the chance. But I think my prediction: France will win Morocco in the semi-final because they will take this game serious and they have more power. And Croatia will beat Argentina, I think, because they have the experience now to be the underdog, to lose and come back. So they have this experience. And I think in the final, Croatia will beat France. That's my
That's a
prediction.
nice story.
Because it's the revenge, and France will almost be mentally there, think, okay, we are in, it's against us, and we are a bit more arrogant. And I think we're gonna. That's my prediction. Like logically.
Hopefully not.
Huh?
Hopefully
I
not.
wish not.
I want you to win.
Yes,
so,
I
yeah,
wish
yeah.
not. Yeah, if we see you lose
Yeah.
against Croatia, you will be a French supporter for sure, right?
Yeah.
So, and as a coach, it's really interesting. Like the coach of Morocco took the team 4 months ago. How he made this? What do you think made him, you know, build the team together and succeed like that in the World Cup?
You know, as a coach, there's not much you can do in 4 months, especially with a national team. If it's a club, it's you spend every day with players, you know. But national team, he probably had them, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, you know. So it's more of, it's the mental side of it that he said, hey, we are together. I know everybody in Europe. I know how they play. So let's beat them. So it cannot be the technical side. Because how many sessions have they had together, you know? But it's crazy, by the way, yeah. Like the result that he has got, based on 4 or 5 months of training, is crazy. But there is no explanation, honestly. If anybody wants to explain, they are just saying nonsense. Because you know, football, it's the hours of training that you put.
So what's make Morocco so special like that? The heart, you think? They have more heart than the other team. They are willing to play together to give the 100%, and that's what make them.
Yeah, and you know what happened? They had 3 good games in the group. So once you have 3 good, and like they beat all the big teams there, yeah, it wasn't like they struggled, yeah. So that gave them more belief. And then when you knock out Spain, imagine you're in the sky, yeah. So now for them, I think it's just, hey, calm down, you know, keep your feet on the ground. You have a tough game, but I have a feeling that they're gonna go out. So not out, third and fourth. So yeah.
Let's see.
I hope not, by the way. Yeah, I hope not. Yeah.
Don't
No,
worry.
they have a good level,
Yeah.
so surprises can be happened anytime. They might win because they show the high level. Plus, they play from the heart, their souls as well. You know, so they are giving everything. You know, so it's not just like, okay, I'm just playing in a World Cup. They want to win it so badly for the country.
You know, Moroccan players, like let's say by origin, they are a technical guy, especially in street football.
Oh yeah.
You know, when we talk about street football, there is certain countries stand out, you know, and so you have Brazil for sure, but you have Belgium, Holland, And those countries have a lot of Moroccan guys who are super technical. And when you go to Morocco, you realize how technical are the guys. But in football, in this World Cup, they don't play that game too much. But they have Boufal, they have Zayed in the other side. They have super technical, but they change their way to play. How do you think, it's a wider question, but how do you think street football can help a player or a team? You know, like playing in the street every single day. For you is the take of street football helping a football player?
I'm going to say it in a way that I don't insult you, by the
No,
way.
well, no. I'm here to hear because okay, let's be honest. All the
Yeah,
coach I
yeah.
had in my career,
Yeah.
they will say, "Wow, you have to pass the ball. You have to pass the ball." So I say, "Okay, I pass the ball."
No, that is completely wrong. First of all, as a coach, you can never tell a player what to do. You can never, even if that player is 5 years old, you know. And we see this in academies, you know. Pass the ball. Why do you dribble? Oh, look, you know, all these things that you see, which is completely wrong. You know, a coach, you should put references in the heads of the player. So the more references they have, the more capable they are of deciding for themselves. You want to dribble? If it's the right choice for you, go ahead and do it. But the problem with street football is it's solo. Football is not a solo game. So that's the first problem. But having said that, street football helps you become special in terms of your, as you said, beating 1v1 situations. So if at a young age you can spend time in the street playing with your friends, playing against the lamppost, all those things, it helps, but immediately you need to be in a top academy. So street football helps football, but on its own, of course, it's not football, it's freestyling, you know, it's different. But of course, players, like, look at the special players in the world, you know, look at Ronaldinho. You know, why was he special? Because he had that.
You are a freestyler. So first of all, I want to make sure people understand. When we're talking about street football, we're talking about the fact you have to play against someone in a small side football. So it can be 5v5.
No. So that's not.
Okay.
So you know the terminology of street football officially. You know, so everybody has different ideas, right?
Yes.
So the terminology of street football is it's football without feedback of the coach.
That's your terminology.
No,
Okay.
no, that not mine. That is in world of football.
Okay.
That is the meaning of street football in general.
Okay, so that means you have no.
You don't have. Sorry, let me start again. So, how do we learn? You know, like a player, you go in the street, you play, you face a defender, you try to do step over, it doesn't happen. So next time you try the opposite, it works, you learn, right? This in street football, because there is no coach, we call this bottom-up learning, which means the player will learn on himself, you know, on himself. Coaching is top-down guidance. So the player tries to learn. The coach also guides him that, hey, look at this, look at that. Remember? So it's like a flashlight, you know. So street football, you could be playing street football in an academy if the coach is not good. You know what I mean? So the feedback, if the feedback is not there, we as coaches, we as football coaches, we call it street football. Whereas for you, it could be something different.
No.
But the one that I say is random.
Okay.
On yourself. You figure it out on yourself.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. For me, so when I'm talking about, like, for me, I see football like athleticism. There is different type of football and different type of rules. As soon as you increase the number of players in the pitch or the rules, you change the sports. Okay, so for me, the ball is my way to express, and I will go in different type of pitch to express myself and touch more people. That's how I understand, and that's how I did freestyle. When I understand I can touch more people by doing around the world, I say, okay, let's jump on freestyle. That's gonna raise my marketing value, maybe for football as well. So when I talk about street football, I'm trying to give a really clear idea for the audience. So they say street football is where we play against someone in a different version of the 11-a-side. So most of the time you have 11-a-side, then you have futsal, then you have like 4v4, 5v5, 3v3. So it's related to the street. So when you play on the street court, most of the time you have no coach, and most of the time you play small-sided football. That's what I call street football. But because there is not official competition, I want to keep it wide. And that's why also I bring the one-on-one, because I really believe people are more into themselves than the team. And building a one-on-one format of street football will allow to scout talent and put them in the format to give them some visibility. And when we talk about freestyle, it's just like you have to master the ball without any opponent at start and doing tricks. And that's why I want to clear with the audience, like for them to really visualize, because I see many interview, many media, many coach, they use the word, but they don't really know what is it. And sometimes people say, oh, but you are a freestyler. Yeah, I'm a freestyler, but that doesn't mean I cannot play football. Because when I play football, I just play football, I play the sport. If I play tennis, I play tennis, you understand? It's not because you are a freestyler or you do skills, you cannot play a sport. After what's my level in this sport, that's a different question, right? So that's why. So
That's
my
a
question.
very good point.
Yeah, and it's like having how you call Nadal or Federer. You do the same game, but they do tennis table. It's a different sport, but you still have a racket and a ball, right? So that's the thing. The analogy I give to freestyle and the way, like for example, Ronaldinho was doing freestyle, but he was staying football player. What we do as a freestyler, we take the ball, we go outside of the pitch and become master of the elements. If you take a poker as a game, you get the card, you take the card, you go outside of the game of poker, and you become a magician. That's the freestyler in the poker game. That's the analogy. For you, Amar, you are a freestyler. How much time you had like this problem, like people saying, "Oh, this is not football," you know, like the kind of the negativity into the freestyle world, and how you go out of that?
80% to 90% of the time, like when we meet people, they say, okay, yeah, freestyle. When they see me doing skills, they say, okay, you just do skills, you don't know how to play football. Even in the comments and our videos, it's always like that. So when I face someone like face to face and he tell me that, I say, okay, if I don't know how to play football, let's see and find out. This is the ball and let's battle each other. If you are saying that you are a good football player, let's battle. And we battle, then I win against him, then I told him, now you see the difference? Sometimes you don't have to judge someone just like that, you know. So we are freestylers, but before freestyle, we used to play football. So I used to play football till 18 years, like till I reached 18. Then I decided to start to be a freestyler. So before that, I was playing football. Then when I start freestyle, also I was trying to be a street player, you know. So because we tried to do many things, but I focused on freestyle more. Freestyle, street soccer right now. I'm trying
So
also.
you say soccer?
Street
Okay,
football.
all right, okay.
Yeah. You don't
he's-
like,
he's- okay, so much focusing on that. So, in street football, now I'm trying to be into it more, thanks to him. So, because I see like it's a good way to answer people when they tell you these comments, you don't know how to play football, you know. So we tell them, okay, let's do that.
Yeah, and that's how the nutmeg culture, if you saw the video online, become popular because what we used to do, we used to perform freestyle show in the street, attract people, getting like some attention. Even me, I was getting money from that. That's my way to live for the first 2 years of freestyle. I was performing on the streets. But as soon as football fan came on saying, oh, it's good you do tricks, but it's not football. The fact to interact with them in one-on-one, it's like break the barrier of like, oh, skills is not useful on the pitch. But actually, you're not going to do around the world on the pitch. It's totally different sports. It's just like you learn an ability who allowed you to express outside of this pitch. For big players, like let's say, players even in France, like you take Rabiot, you take Griezmann, they don't need to do around the world. You know, they are midfield, they have to control, pass, move, right? But if you take the same type of player who play in Middle East and nobody has any clue of his existence, the fact doing like some skills outside of the pitch might get him awareness to promote himself and to get some contact and maybe to sell himself for a club. So that's the way I think football people have to take freestyle. It's like to use as getting awareness from outside people because people are confused. For them, the skills is the skills, but it's not all the skills you can apply in the field. You as a coach, like how many times you see maybe kids, showing those videos on internet, trying on the pitch, like how you educate them on that things?
Well, I personally want players to express themselves, because you don't want to limit anybody. Coaches that limit players, they are not doing their job, because, every player is different. I mean, you look at the World Cup, you don't find two players that are similar. You had 32 teams, like two players are not similar at that level. So for me, I want players to express themselves. I want them to look up to their superstars because, as a 7-year-old boy, if you can find somebody that you love, like if it's Mbappe right now, or if it's any of the Moroccan players, if it's the Moroccan goalkeeper,
Yeah.
You know, imagine if you're a young goalkeeper. You know, yesterday I had a 9-year-old boy who turned up to training, a Morocco kid. He's Moroccan also. I said, who's the best player in the world? He said, it's Bono. So imagine the inspiration that he gets just by looking at Bono. So for me, it's I don't want to tell them what's right, what's wrong. All I have to do is use this slide. Say, hey, this is the situation. What do you want to do? Do you want to score or do you want to juggle the ball on the pitch? Because if you want to juggle the ball on the pitch, that's not football. That's freestyling. So this is where we have to help them understand that juggling is the best thing you can do. Like for me, anybody asks me, coach, what can I do to improve my technique? Juggle the ball. You have a ball? Yeah, juggle the ball, you know. But on the pitch, like exactly this, you don't juggle the ball. Use that to build your touch. But that situation does not apply on the football pitch. However, this is also important for you. So it's more of helping players instead of telling them this is what you have to do. And that's the old school way of coaching, you know.
No, I don't think it's old school. I think it's actually super wide. I see the old school of coaching is like you actually have a coach who scream and tell them that. That's what I got, and that's why also I reject football at one point because I was playing in one of the good best academy in France, Auxerre, at the age of Giroud, and because I was the only left foot in my academy, in my age, I had to play on the left side and like walking on the line. And some games I didn't receive any ball. So what I can prove? So at one point I was like, okay, when I got the ball, I have to beat my opponent. But if I lose the ball, the coach will remove me because it's the only ball I got.
How old were you?
At that time, in Auxerre, 15.
Imagine a 15-year-old boy who wants to prove himself, and then the coach is non-stop. Whenever you want to express yourself, he's putting you down. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
And that's happened to me, and it happened to a lot of guys like us. Then I changed the club for this reason because I thought I'm not enough fast, so this position will not fit to me. So I need to go in the club where they not play 4-3-3, they play 4-4-2. So to be on the left, I will be able to go inside because I'm considered as a midfielder. So that's what I did. I went to Troy, how else you say in English, and actually it worked well. But the problem is the coach was against every player who come from Auxerre because we are 100 kilometers. So it was politics. So every time I did something wrong, boom, I was removed from the team. I don't say I'm going to be the professional, I will be the best in my academy. That's what happened to me. But that built me to build the freestyle and to build the self-expression. And that's why I built this whole ecosystem. Because I really believe sometimes you don't have the right people around you. Your academy, they are lucky because you understand them, you know, and you give them expression. You also give them to express in your video, right? I see that. I really love that. But I think like it's not this way. Like, how do you think like football can embrace the new way to create content? Like, can football use that way? For example, football clubs, football academies.
You mean the content?
Yeah, like the new approach and be more open mind.
You can see that there are not many coaches who create content. Clubs do it, but they do it in a commercial way. You know, it's commercial to promote the club. But to educate, I think still people have guards on because they're afraid. They are afraid to be judged. You know, imagine if you're a pro license coach, you have teams, players listen to you, and then now you have to go online, put videos, and then 2,000 people are cursing at you. You know, some coaches cannot take it. I have friends that say, hey, there's no way we're going to do it. I'm happy with the players, you know.
There is Luis Enrique. He has like a Twitch channel, right? He was doing like all his conference by Twitch. Yeah, I was surprised.
Twitch?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm not in Twitch.
Yes. Yeah, he's going to live, and I think also live is a different way to also express. And for you, Amar, what's next in your pathway for freestyle or for content creator?
Well, as I'm planning every year to come up with a new style. So for now we are almost like finished from 2022. So 2023 needs to be like new ideas, a new technique, something that maybe nobody did it till now. So this is what I'm trying to do right now. I'm just trying to think about ideas to build something that people copy me. You know what I mean? So this is what I'm targeting.
You're trying to be the trend.
Kind of. You can say that. Yes.
Predict the trend.
Yes. I just want to be myself because I think this is the best way to be special. Because as we know, like just to do what the others doing is not enough, you know. So to show yourself to reach more people, I think you have to be different. That's why, and content is quite hard, but I believe we can reach this level if we sit and think about something. That's why I'm trying to involve something. As you see now in freestyle, freestyle used to be only what, lowers, uppers, and
Sit down,
sit
yeah.
and sit down and sitting. With the time, start improving and improving acrobatic jumping and like some breakdance stuff. Like it comes, you know. Right now, as you see, like some fitness stuff is coming on board, like the bar hanging out or doing so many things, you know. So I think in content as well, we can do things like we can improve it. We don't just like do what people is doing, because right now we are just going more to a football side, you know. What is the content? Okay, fix the camera, this is the goalpost, and do the things. So I'm trying also to go out of that, you know. So let's see in 2023 what's gonna be.
I think the most important is to giving value to the audience anyway.
Exactly.
Like whatever you do, if you can inspire people or like value is not only like educate, it's maybe entertainment or it's maybe like something they can relate to or it's maybe education, like and that's the harder part because our thing is visual. So when you do visual and people see the nutmeg or like the crazy hang bar or stuff like that, they think, okay, I did it, I saw it 5 times, halas, I want to see something else, right? And for us, it's really hard to
Yeah.
find a new idea, you know? So yeah, I think it's always the goal is to giving value, and so that's why I really appreciate your content, and I really love it because I thought the different and the way you position it yourself, and I thought that's for once something I could relate as a kid, because as a kid I was super shy. I didn't have too much personality. I was, let's say, really technical compared to most of the guys, but it was hard for me to find the conversation. Sometimes I had one assistant coach where I could talk tactics because I really love that. But when I saw the content, I said, "Oh, your kid, that's fun with you." How is your kid with you? Like your kids in academy, like they creating content now. They open TikTok account.
Yeah.
What's the thing?
Well, we encourage them from day one. You know, we have like 400 players, but I would say like 10% are actively involved. Uh, it's not easy because they are under 18.
Yeah,
So for me, if I put a content, I'm 41. If anybody says anything bullying, I don't even hear it. Yeah, but if you're 13, 14, or especially we use our girls as well, you know that they get different type of bullying.
yeah.
So there is always a risk, but I encourage them to create content, and we also help them with education, of how you're going to deal with what's going to come after that. Because for teenagers to create content, it's not safe unless you know what you're doing.
Yeah. So how did you help them to?
We give them
to
references,
okay.
like if you, for example, if you feel that this video that you're going to post is going to get you a lot of hate comments, don't post it. Why? To create the problem. Even if you're right, you're going to say something that is right, but it's going to get a lot of reactions. Don't do it. And the first thing they say is, yeah, but you do it. I said,
That's
yeah,
what I
because
will ask you
yeah,
because
yeah.
you like controversy.
Yeah, yeah. They said, you do it. I said, yeah, but I'm an adult. I don't care. I've learned how to live with all these negative comments, but I don't want you to go through it right now. Maybe when you get older. So even now, some of my players, they left to another countries. They are still making content.
So you live a little bit with content now. You got some brand deals. How is doing to what is it to deal with brand deal, and is it the Tesla?
Not at all. I have, believe it or not, I have not done one post or one deal with brands.
Okay.
Until now, nothing.
So for the people to understand, there is many ways to monetize the content. You can like post video online and get monetized for your content. So let's say now on TikTok they release like every content more than 1 minute. You can monetize the content. Most of the time was YouTube. That's what I used to do in the past. Facebook as well. But also brand deal. They pay you for specific content. They give you a football shoes, for example. You did a lot of campaign, Amar. How is for you like brand deals usually? Like. Is it something you like to do? Is it something you want to do more? You don't like it?
Well, it's something good. I started with TikTok, so yeah, TikTok is the app. It makes me like who I am right now, I can say. Um, because you want that, you get this brands to come and try to make campaign with you, and they choose you because you are different than the others. So it makes me feel like, okay, I have something different than the others. That's why they choose me, and I like that. So I want to do more and more. Yeah, you get benefit of that, of course, but at the same time, for me, it makes me feel like, okay, I have something that the others don't have it. That's why they are coming to me, which is something I like, and I would love to do more and more and more.
And I see something really like characteristic for you. You actually go sometimes against the brands you work
Yeah,
with.
I've done, yeah.
And that's like
I've gone against the brands. Yes.
so
that's
like
what
what's
I've
your
done.
approach? You did on purpose? Like how is your relationship after with the brand? Like when you go to the shop and you say, oh, these shoes actually I will not choose it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the deal?
Well, the sports brands are different because, for example, like Adidas, they have some really good football shoes and they have some really horrible shoes. So at first they didn't like it, but then when I talk to them or they talk to me, they say, yeah, it's okay, just don't do too much.
Yeah.
Because, but no, it's just saying what's right for the players. Because like even sometimes I go to the showroom, there are kids buying shoes. I spend maybe half an hour with them. No, don't get this. Let's try that. This is too big. This is too small. So it's more of for the audience, not for myself. But yes, I've gone against the brands, not.
So how is it when you get a brand deal and they want you to promote their new release of shoes in this way, and it's totally different? Like what
I
you
have
think?
not done anything.
You didn't do any brand deal.
As of now, I have not done any brand deals.
Okay, so how you monetize your content?
I don't.
You don't monetize
No.
your content. So the only way is to create awareness for you
Yeah,
and your business.
I've not made 1 dirhams from content.
Okay, because that's something kids need to understand. When they see you grow up on social media, for you it was gradually and with the years. For you it was like maybe 1 year ago, right?
Yeah.
So you get how much followers you have now on TikTok?
TikTok, 1.3 million.
Yeah, 1.3 million on TikTok in 1 year. That's how you see. Like when we get back, like a couple of months ago or years ago, like people was messaging me, I say I need to repost me please because I need to get some followers. I told them, if you want followers and you want awareness, just create content. 1 year and you get 1 million, 1.3 million. So but also after that, the other opinion is people think we get millions of followers, so we get rich and it's easy life. You just have to film. No, you have to create 4 to 5 video every day, which is a lot of work. You cannot.
Like I was saying to my daughter, I said, I wish one day I can just throw this away for 1 day and just sit. But you can't, yeah? You have to create content, you have to make sure it's edited, you have to post it. After you post, you have to check.
Yes.
You have to check the comments. Yeah, if somebody is cursing Arabic, somebody cursing English, so it's a machine it's a train that's going. You cannot stop it. So that peace of mind, exactly. A lot of people want to do it. I want millions of followers, but they don't know, like you will lose the peace of mind that you have.
And the privacy as well. You say that before. And that's something you guys need to understand. Like, you don't get something without giving something. So it's always like that. Even like, for example, okay, Ronaldo is the biggest account on Instagram, but look at his private life. Super hard. He cannot go everywhere. So yeah, that's one side maybe the youth don't see. And if you're really willing to be famous on social media, at least I think you need to enjoy the process of creating content every single day. If you enjoy that, that's fine, because that's one of your passion, and that's a case for me. But I feel you sometime I want to throw the phone and like leave out, but you cannot, because you have to review the video, you have to review everything.
And also, what you mentioned about privacy. I watched a video from Ronaldo, Cristiano. He was saying that he has never took his kids to the park. So Cristiano Ronaldo, as a father, his kids, as children, they have never been to a park. That's sad, but he cannot do it.
It's impossible. It's impossible. And I saw that with some of the football stars. It's crazy. Like I was with Ronaldinho, the guy cannot even go to pee. It's impossible, bro. Yeah, if he crossed from the restroom to the toilet, they will stop him, or they will not make him, right? Sometimes they not make him. Yeah. So for the end of the episode, I have a small challenge for you. Every single guest has to sign the pitch. We're going to give the pitch at the end of the whole Podball episode. We're going to give to a favelas. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comment, I want to receive the pitch. This is my place. I live in India. I live in Iran. I live in UAE, So like, this is what you have to get. But the challenge of this $10,000, is like, you have to play a video game. We release on mobile, the Urbanball Game trick shot. Whoever got on the top of the leaderboard, get the $10,000 and give for the charity of his choice. That's the game. So we have the game right now. It's coming. We have
You have
the
to play now.
yeah now.
Okay.
But in the same time,
Okay.
so if Hamar plays, I will invite you to ask to tell him some question about football. So you have to
Okay.
reply in the same time. And when it's your time, it's gonna be your
Okay.
thing. If you have to put a one-on-one game in the urban ball fight, so it's a one-on-one with the goalkeeper. You saw the format with point and everything. Who you will put in the pitch? With any player in the world, pro player,
Now or before?
any time.
Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho versus.
Maldini.
Oh, nice
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Ronaldinho versus Maldini. I think it's a good one.
Yeah.
It's the first time someone put like a offense player versus a
Yeah,
defense
yeah.
player. And I'm not sure the offense player will win because this game you need to defend. If you don't know how to defend, you get scored every time. Okay?
So let's see.
And you, Amar?
Well, football players.
Any, yeah?
Well, I would like to say Messi
Yes?
against Cristiano.
Ah,
that's
the classic.
boring.
That's the classic.
That's the one as a football player.
I
but
think-
as a street footballers, I would like to see Sofiane
Sofiane Bangkok?
Bangkok against either you
Okay.
or Mehdi.
Okay, you guys choose Sofiane Bangkok versus me or Mehdi. You tell me in the comment. Maybe we make it happen. But yeah, Messi, Ronaldo. It's the classic everyone. Do you think if we organize Messi, Ronaldo here in 2 years, I know they will retire and I will get them. That's my goal. My goal is to build these things and I will put Messi versus Ronaldo. That's my goal. I will do everything. And what we do now, we put it seed on people. People, they start to think, oh, it's maybe possible, you know? Maybe love of attraction, it will repeat, and people will do it, will make it happen. Anyway, if you put Messi, Ronaldo against each other, who will win?
I want to say Messi, but Ronaldo is fitter. You know, like, so there you go. I'm not gonna
Ronaldo
say
is the
more,
winner.
but yeah,
You support Messi, but Ronaldo will win.
maybe, yeah, maybe.
He's going to the facts, so yeah.
Yeah.
Ronaldo.
He thinks like Ronaldo gonna win.
I thought also Ronaldo will win. So let's see, people. Let me know in the comment who will win versus Messi versus Ronaldo. And now we got the game, guys. $10,000 to win for this game. You have one try, so you have to click again. Boom, and you will say play, and you have to shoot the target.
Okay.
Yeah, shoot the target with your finger. Yes, you can go. So, Mehran,
Yeah.
who won the Champions League last year? Champions League last year. Come on, Mehran.
Last year.
That's a good training for the brain.
Was it Madrid?
Yes. Okay, Mehran. Who was the Ballon d'Or this year?
Karim.
Karim Benzema.
Karim.
Tell me 5 names of the Iran national team.
Oh my God. Taremi, Azmoun, Rezai, Bayramand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me who is on the top of the Premier League this year.
Arsenal.
Oh, okay. Tell me who will win the next Ballon d'Or.
Mbappe.
Okay. And who is the best player all time?
Maradona.
Maradona. Okay. From which country is Maradona?
Argentina.
I'm trying to mess with your mind. Did you win or how?
It's horrible.
It's
like,
difficult?
Just delete this.
You,
you know?
no. You will be on social media all over the place, guys. Urbanball Game. You can download the game on Apple, on Google Store, everything.
Okay.
You got the score?
Yeah.
Show me. Okay.
Yeah.
Mehran's
Delete
score
that. Yeah.
is 2,850. It's not bad.
Yeah.
I know, it's not bad at all.
But you said 6,000.
Yeah, it's the winner. It's the leaderboard. But
Okay.
2,000 is okay.
All right.
The worst was 400.
Really?
Yes, it's the worst all time.
Must have been a freestyler.
Huh?
Freestyler.
No, it was a basketball player. actually.
Basketball player.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
all right, okay.
So Amar, you are competitive. You have to shoot the target. When you play again, it's gonna go directly. You will have a ball, and with your finger, you have to swipe to the target. Okay? Okay, Amar, tell me 5 players for the UAE national team.
He's not listening.
Come on,
He's
Amar.
cheating, yeah.
Okay, Amouri,
Amouri,
Hamadi,
Amadi.
Salmin. Oh my God.
Come on, Amar, we're waiting for you. 5 players. 2 more.
Bro, I didn't score even once.
Come on, Amar, 2 players more.
2 more player.
UAE national team, come on. You give up already? Come on, Amar. He's slow, huh?
Cheating, yeah.
Yeah, he's cheating a lot.
He's just
I will
ignoring
remove
you.
1,000 points.
Bro, I will be the worst one.
Okay,
This
another
is good.
question. Another question.
United or Chelsea?
Chelsea.
Chelsea or Arsenal?
Arsenal.
Arsenal, okay. Arsenal, City?
City.
City, okay.
Tea or coffee?
T.
Tea? Why?
Don't like coffee.
I'm joking, bro. Okay, tell me 5 teams on the French national team. Okay, oh, you got the score?
400?
Oh, bro.
400. No way. 200, baby.
Oh, no, okay. We got okay score, 1,840.
Really?
It's not bad.
Okay.
It's not bad. But guys, I'm sorry you are not on the top of the leaderboard. What I invite you to do is to download the game in the description. Okay, and train a little bit at home, you know, when you have nothing to do, sometime in the toilet, you know, when you want to go out of this social media crazy world, you just do it.
Okay.
Bam, bam, bam. And we never know. Maybe you go on the top of the leaderboard, you show me the proof, I give you another shot.
Ah, okay.
Right?
So it's keep going, huh?
Let's keep going. We want more download, and you guys can also get to some reward if you want to get some gift. You have to download the game and you try to beat us in the leaderboard. Guys, it was a pleasure to having you today. Thank you so much. I will put all your information in the description below. If you guys want to watch another episode of Podball, the highest podcast in the world, click on the square right here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and let me know in the comment who should be the next guest in the episode. And I see you next time. Bra.